Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on how to create your own custom dropshipping store with no inventory. I'm going to teach you how to do this in 3 simple steps. So the first thing that you're going to do here is make a Canva account. If you don't know what Canva is a platform which you are able to design so many different things, and you can use any elements. You can even use AI if you have no idea what you're doing. Overall, on Canva, you're able to create documents, you're able to create images, logos, and many different designs that can help you nourish your business into something bigger. When using Canva, you're able to use Canva for free. While Canva is free, it won't allow you to use as many options as the Pro version does. The Pro version does cost $14.99 a month, and I would highly recommend it if you are going to plan on using Canva for a lot of your design. Now that you have Canva pulled up, the first thing that you're going to do is create a design. Now, if you have a specific custom size that you want, you're able to input it down here on custom size. But since I'm going to design a coffee mug, I'm going to show you guys how to do it just using an Instagram post, which would be square. Now, while you're here, you're going to look through the different features that Canva has. Like I mentioned before, Elements allows you to pick different shapes and different stickers and different frames for the products that you want to design. So I'm going to go here and I want to make a Mother's Day mug. So I'm going to put hearts. And as you guys can see here, some of the designs do float, but I would only recommend using these animations if you are going to post it on your social media content. But while you're creating your own products, you do not want to use any element that moves. You want to make sure that you're using something subtle that is still. So I kind of like this right here. And I'm going to make this a little smaller. And then I'm just going to add a few rows of it. And now I'm going to add different hearts on the bottom. Like these are really cute. And I'm going to do these the same way. Now, if you notice something about Canva, is that these lines will allow you to place your elements centered or allow you to place a different element centered to the one that you just used. So make sure that when you are using Canva, you want to make sure that you're using it to its full capacity and you are using the lines to stay within where you need to stay. So now that I've gotten this out of the way, I'm going to find a text that says, "I love you, Mom." So if you want to create a product that has a text, you're able to free write your own text by clicking text and adding a text box. After you add a text box, you add a font and then you change the sizing of how you want it to look. But if you kind of just want to see what kind of elements they have, you can type in on elements, "I love you, Mom." Now, these are auto-generated by Canva. You are allowed to use them for free. There is no charge of you using these elements onto your products. And what I'm going to do here is, I think I'm going to take this one right here because I do like the font, but I'm going to change the color of it. And I think I'm going to make it like a darker pink. Now, since I kind of want to uniform all of these colors, I'm going to change this one to pink. I'm going to change this color of the element to the color that is above. And keep in mind that most of these elements you are able to change the colors, but some of them you're not. So just make sure that you're paying attention when you do pick an element. If you do want to change the color, can you change the color on that element, or would you have to change it? And don't worry, Canva has thousands of elements that you can use, so you should never worry about changing the design to something similar that you might like. So now that I've changed the first one, I'm going to press change all, and now all of my design is the same color. And I kind of like this here. I love you, mom. And let's see if I want to add anything else. I want to make sure this is centered. So this is centered for me here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise these up a little more because that heart is a little too close. And I'm going to move this down. Okay. So this is one of the most important things that you need to do when you are saving your Canva design and you are going to apply it onto an item on Printify. So the first thing I'm going to do is share, and I'm going to press download. After you press download, make sure that your file type is PNG and that you press transparent background. If you don't press transparent background, what happens is that when you try to add this design onto a product on Printify, it has a white background on it, and it makes it very difficult for you to remove the background. So this is why we want to download it with a transparent background. That way it's just the design itself, and then you can add it on any product that you want on Printify without an issue. So now I'm going to press download, and there is my product. And as you guys can see, you can see that the background is no longer white. It just looks great, but don't worry, that's not how the design is going to look. So I'm going to make sure to rename it, and I'm going to put I love you, mom. Now that I saved it, the next step to creating your dropshipping business is going to be to create a Printify account. Printify is free to sign up, but the only way that you would have to pay, the only caveat that comes with it being free is that you need to upload funds into your account in order to make sure that whenever a customer orders from your store, you have enough money to pay in advance to Printify. Then when the customer pays you, Printify pays you the money back. So now that I am on Printify, I'm going to click my store. And as you guys can see here, this is my store on Shopify. And connecting your store from Printify to Shopify is super easy. And if you guys want me to make a video on that, please comment down below, and I definitely can make a video to show you step by step on how to add your items from Printify onto your Shopify store and how to make any changes or edits when the time comes. So now that I'm here, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go on catalog. And when you open the catalog on Printify, as you guys can see here, it shows you so many different options for items that you can sell on your platforms, and all of these items are drop ship, meaning that you do not need to keep the inventory of any of them. All you have to do is simply design your product, upload it onto your website, share it with family and friends, and even create ads for these products, and you will be able to make sales. So the first thing, since my mug is going to be a Mother's Day mug, I'm going to click on Mother's Day on the catalog and kind of see the different options that they have. Keep in mind that when you create a design, it doesn't mean that you only have to use your design on one product. There are so many different products on Printify that you can use, in which you can use your design. So remember, don't limit yourself on just creating one product. Try to use your design on as many products as you feel comfortable with, and also share that to your customers and to the public, because you never know who might want the product that you created with the design that you created. So I'm gonna keep scrolling down. This is a really nice wine tumbler, but I'm going more for like a mug. And yes, they do have blankets. We're gonna go with these mugs. So when you are looking at these products and you are looking at the type of brand that it is, some of them do have different names. For example, this unisex jersey tank is by Bella and Canvas, and this one is a generic brand, meaning that it is usually produced by Printify itself. Now, reading the prices, it means that this mug cost $7.31 to make it. If you sign up for Printify Premium, it would only cost you $5.63 to produce the product. Now, since I'm liking these two-tone mugs, I think I'm going to go with a pink inside just because of the Mother's Day vibe. It's definitely giving exactly what it's supposed to. And I'm going to go down here. So whenever you are picking a vendor to drop ship your products, make sure that you're reading the location on where the vendor is at. And also you want to make sure that the shipping time and the amount is something that you would like for your customers to order. For example, when you are creating a Printify store and you're drop shipping items from Printify, you can either make your customers pay their own shipping, or you can integrate your shipping price with your production price and be able to calculate your product from that amount. Now that I know my shipping will be $9.69, the average production time for this product is 1.6 days, and the printing area is a wraparound exterior, meaning that the design is going to wrap around the product. If you check here, this is the size of the coffee mug, and these are the colors of the inside of the mugs. So now I'm going to press start designing. If you ever need any help while you're creating your products on Printify, you can always check these options down here where it says services or AI image, and you can always create different things or even ask for help while you're creating these products. Since I have my product, I'm going to go to my library and I'm going to upload my product, and I'm going to go to downloads, and this is my I Love You Mom design. And as you guys can see here, like I said before, you see that the transparency in the background is exactly what you need in order to create your products. Because now I no longer have the white background, I just have my design by itself. And this gives me the versatility that I need in order to create the design that I want. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this over a little bit, and I'm going to do a duplicate of this. Now, this is not something that you have to do, but this is how I like to design my mugs whenever I do them, because I like for the design to be on both sides of the mug. Now, if you want to create a background color for the mug itself, you can always go towards the right and press on background color, and you are going to see how the background color changes. Just keep in mind that whatever color you choose will be the color available for your customer to buy. So for example, if I click red and I leave the option red will come out, will be available to the customers who order from my store on the bottom while they are trying to order the mug. Now, since I don't really like this color red, I think I'm going to go with a light pink. This is pretty nice, but it's still super dark. And let me see, I don't really like these colors. They're super dark. That is pretty. That is a nice blue and orange. And you can kind of play around with it and see what is something that you feel comfortable with. It's not mandatory to do a color. It's just really up to your preference and depending on how you want to represent your brand. Now, since I've tried all these different colors, the gray is okay, but I think I'm going to stick with the white background. It looks more subtle to me and it looks a little cleaner, and I'm just going to keep it as is. Now, the background color is just the background color for the outside of the mug. The inside of the mug is going to be this color right here, and I want to go with a pink. I do not want red. I do not want any of these other colors. But if you do want all of these colors, you would have to make sure to click on them so that the option comes out at the end when your customer is trying to order their mug. Now that I've gotten that good to go, I'm going to save my product, and you guys are going to see exactly how my mug comes out. So this is a beautiful mug. I actually love exactly how it looks. And if you ever want to see an up close, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to check the preview of it before saving the product. So I would have to go back here, and this is back to where we were. So instead of saving product, what you will do is you're gonna press preview, and the preview shows you exactly where the wraparound text starts and where it ends. So in case you ever need to move your design anywhere, you can see right here where your design actually is on the product. So now I'm gonna press these different pictures, and I'm actually super satisfied with this. So I'm going to press save product. Now, when you are looking at these mock-up photos, you want to make sure that the picture that you choose that has the green outline is going to be the picture that is shown first to your customers. So this means that this is going to be the picture that shows up on your website first, or on any other ads that you run. This is going to be the first picture. So I think I want to do a kind of like the left a little more. So I'm going to leave the left, I'm going to leave and I'm going to leave the context. Context 1, I like context 2 instead. And yeah, I kind of like this one more. So I'm going to leave these two photos, and as you guys can see, the one selected in the green square is going to be the main photo, and then the second one is going to be the one with the left angle of the coffee mug. Now, when creating a title, you can put whatever title you want, or you can leave the title that's there, but I would highly recommend creating your own title. That way, you're able to differentiate your brand from the actual generic name of the coffee mug. And what I'm going to do is, I love you, Mom, coffee mug. Now, when creating a description, well, I like to leave the facts that were actually presented by Printify, and I like to leave them down there just for people to kind of know what kind of product it is and the specifications that come with the product. And what I like to do here is move all of these to the middle, and this is good to go. And now what I will do is I would use this and I will delete it. And if you're not really good at creating your own captions, don't worry, I have a simple solution for you and you will thank me later. One of the things that I like to do is I like to go on Chat GPT and I like to ask Chat GPT, give me a product description for a I love you, Mom coffee mug with a pink interior. Now, keep in mind that when you ask ChatGPT a question, you need to kind of be very specific on the question that you're asking them. That way they can push out a very good response for you, and you can decide whether you want to use it as your product description, or if you want to make it longer or shorter. Those are options also available to you. So I think this is good. I'm going to copy and I'm going to go back here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste. Now this is my product description, really short, nothing too crazy. I also have the specifications of the mug itself just in case anyone wants to know. And going down, you don't need to assign a shipping profile unless there's something specific that you need. For me, I automatically assign it each time because every vendor is different, and I don't want to limit myself when it comes to shipping, because one of the things that happens with Printify is that if your vendor is unable to ship with their original shipping profile, what you can do is allow them to ship whichever way needed in order for the product to get to your customer. So whenever you get to that step when setting up your Printify store, I would highly recommend that you turn that feature on so that way you don't have any discrepancies with any of the orders that your customers order. Now we're going to move down to the price, and as you can see, every item has its own set price. but this is not the price that you need to sell your product at. You can always raise the price or you can lower the price. Just keep in mind that you do need to pay for the production cost and the shipping cost at the time that your customer orders the product. After your customer orders the product, the money that the customer paid will be refunded to you through Printify. But there's always a startup cost. Now, as you guys can see here, it's going to cost $731 for production and $967 for shipping. And overall, I put the mug. The mug originally is set for $12 with a profit of $4.87. Now, one of the things I like to do is I like to price my coffee mugs at around $15. Just because I know that Mother's Day is around the corner, and I know that a lot of people will be looking for Mother's Day gifts, and I believe that $15 is a reasonable price for a custom made coffee mug. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it for $15. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and make sure that before you publish your item, you want to make sure that your sync product details are all on, meaning that all of these are checked off and your mockups is checked off. Now, if you have any Shopify collections on your Shopify store, what happens is that you are able to click here, and as you guys can see, I have different collections on my Shopify store, but this is not going into my Shopify collections. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press publish. Now, if you're not ready to publish your item, you can always save it as a draft, come back to it at another time, and publish it when you're ready. Now, the last step in creating your dropshipping business with no inventory is to create a Shopify account. Now, Shopify has a 7-day free trial that you're able to use in order to see all the products and all the apps that Shopify has as a platform. While using Shopify, you're able to start your business, grow your business, manage and scale your business. Shopify has thousands of different apps that will allow you as a business owner to expand your business in different horizons, and they even have a chat representative that is able to help you at whatever time you need. Now, if you want to start the free trial, all you need to do is start the free trial and you can set up an account with them. After your 7-day free trial, Shopify has this amazing offer which allows you to have your store for $1 for the first 3 months, and after that, you're able to pick one of their basic plans for whatever fits your business needs. Now, since I have an account, I'm going to actually log on here. And no, that is wrong. Here, 1 second. So I'm going to log on here. And since I'm already logged on, that is good to go. So this is my skincare store, and this is my other store, the Versatile Life. Now on my store, what's going to happen is I'm going to go back here and I'm actually going to publish the product on Printify. Now what happens here is every time that you create a product, you want to make sure that the status is shown as publishing, and once it's done publishing, it's going to be published on your store. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Shopify store. I'm going to press on products, and these are all products that I currently have on my store. And I'm just going to wait a few minutes, and it usually takes 2 to 5 minutes for Printify to upload your product and to upload the price and everything in the description onto your Shopify store. So as you guys can see here, the item was now published, and what you want to do is you want to go back to your Shopify store, and I'm going to press enter, and I should be seeing the mug right here. So as you guys can see, this is the product that I created, and I'm just going to press on it real quick. And if there's ever anything that you need to change or you want to add, you can do this on your Printify store, or you can go onto your Shopify store, press the item, and then edit or fix whatever you need to. And it does have 15-ounce cup, the color pink, has its size, it has the price, and everything is good to go. Now that I've shown you how to create your own dropshipping business, the next step to making your business successful is to create social media platforms. So if you don't have any Instagram or Facebook for your store, I would highly suggest creating an account for your store. The reason I say this is because you're able to run different ads and your marketing strategy will be better off if you have a different crowd in different areas. If you don't like social media or you don't want to set up your own Shopify store, that isn't an issue. All you need to do is share with your family and friends the Printify link that is given to you for your shop and show your family and friends the products that you have created. Now, if you do have social media, I would recommend using the mockups that are given to you for free from Printify in order to showcase your products, and that way it can bring different customers and it would be easier for people to share your store, and it would also be easier for people to identify your brand. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you guys are able to start your own dropshipping business this year with no inventory. If there's any questions that any of you have, please comment down below and I will do my best to respond back with a video. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will see you guys on the next one.